In 2016, while in Form 2, she fell pregnant, and feeling to be scorned by the society she belongs to, she decided to terminate the pregnancy, which she did with the help of a traditional healer. For some days she bled and experienced sharp pains, forcing her to seek medical help.
I was in Form 2, and the man responsible for the pregnancy refused anything to do with it. So I thought it would be necessary to terminate and continue with my education.
The sad thing is that she sought medical intervention late and doctors had to remove her womb. This means that she lost her womb and she's only 20 years old. She's not the only one. This one too had a similar situation.
I thought of terminating my pregnancy because I had a very young baby. I was still breastfeeding.
Now, this is a 15-year-old girl from Nsanje. She terminated her pregnancy with a concussion she got from where she couldn't reveal. Unfortunately, it didn't end well. Her mother never talks about the incidents with her, but she told us that what her daughter experienced was life-threatening.
The doctors told me that your daughter was pregnant and she terminated it. There is something they had to do in the theater with her. That's what they told me. They said certain things were still remaining in her womb.
In typical rural areas, young girls resort to the help of traditional birth attendants, TBAs, and herbalists to terminate their pregnancies, who are mostly taken as experts in maternal issues. Unfortunately, TBAs never say no to such demands.
Monga ineyo mzamba. Zimene zizikuchitika ndipo anthu dakubwera ambiri kwa ineyo kuzachosesa mimba ndipo ambiridi afa.
She says women, young girls, have died in her hands, and she lost count as to how many died while aborting, and that even if she denied them help, the following day they come to her bleeding and fighting for their lives. These sad stories, not Scopua, which is advancing for safe termination of pregnancies, underscore the need to change the country's policies to allow safer abortions to save lives. A 2011 study by the Ministry of Health found that approximately 70,000 women have abortions every year, and about 30,000 of these women are treated for complications of unsafe abortion. 1 in 5 women who receive post-abortal care have severe complications like hemorrhage, infection, organ or system failure, shock, and in worst cases, death.
We in the medical profession, our responsibility is to eliminate unnecessary death. And abortion is unnecessary. Death from abortion is unnecessary. It can be prevented, and other countries have prevented it. And all we need to do is also not to reinvent the wheel, but do what our colleagues have done to prevent it by providing more options for women not to resort to unsafe abortion.
Many women in the rural areas are dying from unsafe abortion because they don't have access to safe abortion services. Due to the limitations that the law has.
In spite of restrictive laws on abortion in Malawi, women still terminate unwanted pregnancies. Unsafe abortions impact negatively on the country's economy, with government-run healthcare facilities bearing the brunt of caring for post-abortion care complications. It is estimated that Malawi spends about 300 million kwacha a year in managing post-abortion complications.
The issue of unsafe abortion remains a very big challenge, especially in rural areas like this one. Girls, young women have died. Girls, young women have lost their wombs in a bid to terminate their pregnancies using life-threatening ways. The other challenge, though, is that women from rural areas find it difficult to access contraceptives, which are scarce in rural setups. Winnie Botha, MBC News, Nsanje.